Hello, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. In the last episode, due to a file corrupting on me, we had to start a brand new case. So this one is the Abbey Grange affair, which is weird because in the first case, the fate of Black Peter, his wife was having an affair with a sailor. So we are here at the Abbey Grange mansion, would you call it? Maybe? And I believe... Wait.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
So it would appear that we have to go back to Baker Street and find Toby.
These wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
I'm rather looking forward to be honest.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen. An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
Anything else on this sideboard? Wait for backup. Go on it again.
A bottle of wine is missing here. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
I love it how Sherlock rubs his chin as well.
A deer hunt. A deer hunt. This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there. The hunting scene.
Back to Baker Street it is. Wait, what was that? I'll sort the sailor's knot analysis while I'm back at Baker Street because it just saves time of getting Toby, coming back to Abbey Grange, then going back to Baker Street to do the analysis. So I doubt there's any deductions that I can make. Nah. Okay.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
It can't be scissors.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
A knife, maybe?
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
There you go.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Oh.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case. I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
do I have to do something for him
Someone
to...
should take Toby for a walk.
I agree with you.
Will he follow me there, or... Please be sat with me in the carriage. Yes! Oh. What kind of dog... like... I'm not very good with dog breeds. Hence why I have no idea what kind of dog Toby actually is. Oh.
Search, Toby.
I get to play as Toby? What the hell? Seems... Is he behind me? I'll be honest, lost the trail at this point. I say that as I find it
The
again.
intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Damn. Right, let's backtrack on this. Right. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it. The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Right. Okay, so they went out the so they went out the door, to the shed, to the well, and over the wall. Right. They attempted to put the tools in the shed, but it was locked. So they went to the well to try and throw them down the well, but the well was closed as well. So they realised that they couldn't get over, they realised that they couldn't ditch the tools, so they realised they had to take them with them, so they bailed over the wall. That's my thinking. But am I correct? We shall only find out.
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it? I doubt that I will be able to draw this package out of the well with a bucket.
Is there something in the shed that I can use, maybe?
This
Yep,
hook might
there
be
we go.
useful. Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. Bags of seed. Some empty
Bags.
bags were recently moved.
Okay, so back to the well. Oh, going the wrong way. I remember first time I did this case, it took me
This
ages.
is hardly a coincidence.
I was kind of right, but I was wrong in the sense because I said that the convicts, not the convicts, the thieves took the silverware with them because they couldn't get them down the well. But it turns out that they were down the well. Ew.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
I'm not being funny, why put it down the well? So, whilst playing as... So due to playing as Toby, you might be able to hear my dog with her squeaker toy. What are we doing now? So maybe I can go back to... Forgotten a name.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, it was in the well. You might want to give it a
Your
wash.
ladyship.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behavior.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
We found your mistress's
silverware.
silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
I don't want to brag, but come on, Lestrade, what you got?
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight. Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to
Jesus.
madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather
Yeah.
absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Okay. Okay, what's next? Oh. So maybe I've got to make some deductions to... Okay, let's say there were 3 people. Okay, robbery is a motive. Randos get blamed. Oops. So there were 2 people, imitated robbery. Okay, search for sailor suspects. How do I do? Ah, the arcades. Oops. I love how he's just sat with me. That's just brilliant. So I have to search the archives, do I? Yep.
My search must be focused upon the ship's name and year of voyage.
Okay.
My search must be
Ooh. Okay. I didn't
the
find
shipping
it. I
company,
skipped
the
it.
Adelaide Southampton London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Who's that? So I'll see if I can go talk to Lestrade about getting me in contact with Wiggins. Was that pipe even in his mouth? Where's Lestrade? Okay. Did I have to ring him or something? Let's see. Any letters?
Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Oh, I thought Wiggins was a police officer. That's why. That's embarrassing.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
I think he's in The Devil's Daughter as well.
At your service, Mr.
Hi,
Holmes.
Chief.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
3 hours.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Right. So I need to remember, every time it's Wiggins, it's not a member of the police. It's it's a pickpocket.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th. This list shows the senior officers. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Some time later.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Right. I didn't even see that. I was looking at his belt. So there's one more.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I
Maybe.
do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And
How-
it was
why-
you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Oh,
Yes, as she was tied with a
Sailors.
sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what
See
should
ya.
we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
wait, is this the end of the case already? What? Okay. I'm gonna say there were 3 because I trust the previous captain. So, 3 people. Robbery's a motive. Just a random gang were involved. Wait, what? Oh, hang on, I gotta sort this out. Right, 3 people. Wait, what? Hang on, are they... There we go. Right. Deadly accident. Randalls were involved. Robbery is the motive. No acquaintance. Crocker's alibi. Okay, so Sir Eustace was murdered by the Randall gang. Robbery is confirmed as the motive of the crime. The case is too simple for you. Take this opportunity to give all the credit to your friend Lestrade. Your name will not appear in the press. The speed with which he resolved the thorny problem is indicative of genius. The police naturally only demonstrated their... No, I'll give this to Lestrade. Okay then. I think that's so far that's my favourite case in this whole game.
Well, Inspector, this case proved to be a simple one after all.
You think it's the Randall gang, then?
Yes.
I'll put my men on it straight away.
I'll leave that to you, Inspector. After all, you have handled this matter quite brilliantly.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. I do appreciate it.
Yep, that's fine. Oh no, no. I remember this one. Oh, I hated it so much. The Kew Gardens drama. Drama with a farmer, am I right? Any time today.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey
Why would you do
all
that?
year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Okay, so we'll start this case in the next episode. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I'm genuinely
This is
surprised that
when
we
I
finished
keep
the
my
case.
post.
that murder case in this episode. I really enjoyed it. I think that's my favourite case so far. And as I can remember, this case that we're about to do, the Kew Gardens theft, was my least favourite case. I don't know why, I can't remember. But thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon. Ta-da!